How's it going, guys? So, the game you're about to see is a demo of a game called Grief that has actually been released on itch.io, and it's $2.49 right now. In this playthrough, I play the demo of that game. Now, I didn't do my research and check to see if the game had been released yet, so shame on me. But this demo will give you a little bit of an idea of what the game is about, and hopefully kind of give you an idea of whether or not it's something you would want to pick up and play yourselves. So I hope you enjoy this video, and yeah, here you guys go. Hello everybody, my name is VK the Reaper and welcome to Grief. Now this is a game that I found on GameJolt, and it is in early access and this is currently a demo, but it looked very interesting. It's a platformer that is it's a story-driven narrated game that deals with or kind of looks at the feeling of losing a loved one, is the way the description talked about it. And it looked pretty interesting, so I figured I'd give it a shot. So hopefully we get a really awesome story. And as usual, the link will be in the description, so if you want to play this game, you can check there, download it. It's free. Obviously, it's still a demo, but it is free. And I'd like to kind of get, hopefully it's awesome, and hopefully we can get the developers of this game a little bit of recognition for the demo that they have so far. So let's begin with Grief.
You died. When you died, I imagined myself being lowered into a grave. I pushed myself forward decades to when my skin is wrinkled and grey, to when my limbs are frail and my bones are worn. I imagine what my last thought will be before I draw that final breath. What I will wonder beyond that great darkness. All the time that lies before me, that depth of existence, of all things after I'm gone. All those things frighten me. Knowing that you are now where I will be, sooner than I hope. My only wish is that you could somehow convey what will come for me, but perhaps that is the truest test for humankind. At the end of our life, we must look down into that dark beyond and let go of those final thoughts before moving past existence into something greater. When I first heard of your death, I certainly did not believe it. I thought you were merely sick, just too unwell to call or come to the phone. I believed that I would see you again. I did see you again. Cold, lying upon a bed of flowers, you crushed the petals tenderly with your careful, poised muscles. I walked closer to you, thinking that you might awaken and greet me as you did always, with love and warmth. You did not. And all at once I felt like a young child, with no one to check underneath my bed for monsters.
Sorry, I didn't want to talk at all during that because obviously I wanted the narration to be the focus, but that's pretty sad.
I did not believe it at first. My mind was unwilling to believe that I would never hear your laugh again. My mind began to close itself off from the world, from the bright colours of this land. I refused to let in the harsh light of day, shutting out anything that might have revealed the truth. The sad reality that you would no longer stand, speak, sing. I remember summer days, where you would open the windows and fill the house with your humming.
Ah, okay. I didn't make the jump.
I would not accept this world without you in it. I did not want it. I left the light and stepped deeper into the darkness. I listened to myself and no one else. My voice became one with the shadows. At first, pretending that you were still here worked. I simply thought, you are not dead. You are simply away for a time.
I apologize if it seems very jerky. The controls are a little bit wonky just because the mouse sensitivity is insane.
I remember rainy days where we would leave the house as dark as night and play
Okay.
games by candlelight, pretending the power had gone out. I simply thought, you are not dead. I realized that you are simply even away in the shadows, or without the light to veil my sorrows. I was alone.
I think I broke the game a little bit. Obviously, like I said, it's still early access. It is a demo.
I remember
Here we go.
days where we would leave the house as dark as night and play games by candlelight, pretending the power had gone out.
Okay. I am obviously not very good at platformers. So the game is it's interesting. My one big This is my one big problem with games like this, where they're strictly a platformer and you cannot progress through the story unless you complete it. Also, the fact that I can't see the platforms I'm jumping to makes it difficult to judge. Like, I don't have a floor here, so I can't tell how far I have to or how far I can go before jumping. So it's like, I kind of just have to hope that, like, that was all just luck. Like, I don't know how far I have to jump necessarily,
Smell of your hair,
or when I can jump,
the way your eyes would light up with laughter.
like that. Like, the sizing of the platforms comes into question, but the only issue I have is it's because of the way it's designed with these lights being the platforms. Jeez. It makes it difficult to focus on the story over focusing on where I'm jumping.
The longer I was without the harder it was to be comforted by the darkness.
Nailed it.
I missed it all. Every day, rainy or bright. The numb feeling was wearing old.
Like, and with this one, I really don't want to fall. This is, like, extremely touchy, it seems, what I'm doing here.
Then came a day when the dark had become just as lonely as the light. And I knew that I once more
Ooh. So now I actually have a visible platform below me. Don't get me wrong, I am intrigued so far. Ooh. Like, I am very interested. This is very interesting to me.
after lingering in the darkness for so long. The colors of reality were too harsh. Life was too bright.
I'm shit. Okay, so those three are always there. Shit. Okay.
Everything's continued moving on. Lie hid away. It's unfair.
Alright, good.
That everything should continue when you could not. It's infuriating. I remember the day the doctor said you didn't have much time left. The fury had swept me up that day. Became angry with everything and everyone. I thought, how could our friends and family
Oh no. Alright. So that's... There should absolutely be some sort of checkpoint mechanic. Like, I thought that these lights
continued moving on?
or something were the checkpoint mechanics. They're not. So these are pieces of the story.
Things should continue when you could not. It infuriated me. I remember the day the doctor said you didn't have much time left. Fury had swept me up that day. I became angry with everything and everyone. I thought, how can our friends and family just move on?
Okay. I gotta... Alright. I gotta relax. Unless this is supposed to be me feeling the fury and rage that he felt in the moment, but I want to progress with the story.
Continue moving on. Lied in a way. It was unfair. Everything should continue, and you could not. I remember the day the doctors said you didn't have much time. Infuriated me. A fury had swept me out that day.
Oh my god. Ugh. I have to finish it. Like, oh god, no. No, no.
Everything's continued.
See, this is the problem. Like,
Lied in a way.
when you don't give the player a checkpoint, it makes it very, very frustrating in a story-driven game. Like, this isn't getting over it with Bennett Foddy. This is a game that's based entirely around the story with platforming. So, I don't know. I just think there needs to be some sort of checkpoint mechanic. And maybe there is, and I'm completely missing it. But
I was angry with God, the universe, everything. I was fuming that death took you away from me and left me feeling like an empty, abandoned building. I was even heated with you. How could you die? You left me here. So alone.
like the fact that if I had made a mistake right there,
I had imagined so much more. Our future. And you left this life. I was lost at sea. Only rage as my anchor. Became mad at myself for a while. Angry for not spending more time with you. Just enjoying your presence. Before you were gone.
okay.
As my resentment turned me once.
No, 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 no. Wait a minute.
After lingering in the darkness for so long, the colors of reality were too harsh. Everything should continue, and you could not.
I'll be right back
Infuriated.
when I get
I
back to
remember
the
day
top.
The doctors said you didn't have much time left.
Alright. So we're back at the top. I don't know what... Okay, so it's a... demo. Alright, so that was Grief. Now, this game was built on the Unity engine, which I didn't mention earlier. Here are all the credits. Oh, chat shitty. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah. So yeah, this is Grief. I liked it. It was interesting. Let me take a sip of water before I go on my kind of synopsis here. So, I liked it. I think that it was a little bit too platformy for this type of a game. I think the game should have been focused more around the story and not made so... I mean, it was an aggressive platformer and extremely frustrating at points. Now, granted, part of it was due to my own inability to play the platformer, but at the same time, the controls were extremely wonky. And obviously I don't want to knock on it. It's in demo stage. It's an early access game. It was good. But I think that the controls need to be tuned up a little bit. It was a little bit too shifty for me. Like, when you'd be moving forward, you'd slide a little bit, and the keys weren't necessarily, like, immediately responsive. And the sensitivity on the mouse was just off the charts. It was very, very, very sensitive. And in all honesty, it was hard for me to focus so much on the story because I was having to focus so much on controlling the game itself. And this was me. I messed with my mouse, so I tried to drop my DPI settings. I tried to decrease the sensitivity as much as I could. And it was still just very, very, very sensitive. Other than that, though, I like it. I think there's a lot of potential in it. And I think it was interesting. The environment was interesting. Like, at first, in the first whole chapter, I guess you'd call it, he was talking about the darkness and how it didn't feel the same to him after this person died. And, they had you in that basically outer space environment. So very dark and just, like, vast. And then in the second chapter, he was talking about how his rage was building, like a fiery rage almost. And obviously there was fire, the building you were climbing was burning. So I think the atmosphere was good. The music was good. I think the music choice was very good for this type of a game. Or at least for the subject matter. But again, my only issue with it is it's a little bit... It's tough not having checkpoints. Like, if you fall on those the actual platformer person, like running across the fire, they had a checkpoint. But if you fall after the fire, like off the thing, you start at the beginning, which is extremely frustrating, especially if you're trying to focus on the story of the game. But other than that, I like it, and I'm looking forward to playing the full game, and kind of hearing the rest of the story, because I think it is an interesting story. And it talks about a subject that's not necessarily fun to talk about, but it portrays the story well, and gives you that feeling of grief, like the title of the game. But yeah, all in all, I liked it, and I think it's definitely worth a play and definitely worth looking at in the future once the full version comes out. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you